we can and should trust God with every detail of our lives. If he can orchestrate gloriously heavenly worship to himself, if all those around him eternally would affirm that their right response is to worship the Creator God of the universe, surely when we come into the rough patches of life, our first response should be to worship, to trust him, to affirm that he is working to bring about his glory and our good, even if it doesn't make sense. You know what I find fascinating is our girls are 8 and 9 now. There was a time when they were 3 and 4. At 3 and 4 are the best days for the dad. I'll tell you a couple reasons. One is they're lighter, so you can pick them up without groaning. It's becoming harder to do that every day. Can't wait till they're 20 and I try to snatch them up off the earth. But part of that is also at they're 3 or 4, they have this expressiveness when they come to mom or dad, and they truly think that you are strong enough to do anything. They think that you know all the answers. Why they hit you with the incessant, why this, why that? Do I look like an encyclopedia? I don't know. And then what happens? Then they turn in that 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 range. And they start to realize mom and dad are not as strong as I thought they were. They're not as wise as I thought they were. Right? I don't have to ask them all the questions. I've seen them fail. I've seen them been unable to do stuff. There's a reality that sets in about our weaknesses and our limitations. And then they hit the teenage years and they move from that thought to they don't know anything. They've never even lived life. They just teleported here at age 35 and had us. Right? And I think one of the fascinating things is when Jesus on earth, he says, let the little children come to me. Like all of us should come to him as little children. We should come to him with the mindset, Lord, you can do anything. God, you're strong enough to do everything. I have a question for you, God. I know you know the answer. But the difficulty is we come to God and we interact with God, but then we unfortunately in our spiritual maturity try to move to age 7, 8, 9, and 10, and we begin concerned that God can't do some things or he hasn't done some things. And those that are in unbelief function as a typical teenager. There is no God. He knows nothing. How could he ever understand my plight here on the earth? What we are reminded here and what we will be reminded in eternity is there is nothing apart from the knowledge and the wisdom of God.